Please get right down. Please get down. Don't get down. Yeah. Don't get down.
So restrict our here to security protocols. Oh wait.
Please get on the tree. Everybody get down. Apart from the journalist. Everybody get on the tree. Everybody get on the tree.
Well, you have to secure the
watching this live broadcast today.
So folks, this is it.
This is the part we are seeing this reaction here.
The rest of the night is going to don't stand up, please. Don't stand up.
Investigators after he expressed 3 hours after he expressed condolences to Mr. Jackson. After he expressed his condolences, now saying that the investigation should be who's killed him. Should be launched. So I still hear folks at the airport of nationals. Of course, what many Liberians have called on Liberian police. They are not doing their part of the job, of which this case
No. I know. You got represented. You got counsel. It's a magistrate. The magistrate can represent someone. I usually try to represent for crime.
He ready to give you a lawyer to you.
No, I'm telling you. You can be magistrate. Represent. What's going on?
My middle. It's your own thing.
I try to put that dropping and have me run all of them.
At TCA? TCA can shoot that.
They can shoot?
They can shoot that for you.
TCA gets 16 million views.
I'm not done yet.
Tony Jackson told him that to lose his reportedly wearing sunglasses due to the bruises on the eyes.
Sorry, now. I don't want my phone.
So now,
So I want to see if you can read out some of your comments, especially this one so Samuel Jackson is already there. at the headquarters of the National Police. A lot of Liberians are encouraging Samuel Jackson to make himself available to investigation. A lot of Liberians who are also sending their sympathies and passports while encouraging him to submit himself for the investigation that is ongoing. Because it's obvious now that authorities have launched an investigation into the passing of Samuel Jackson, who happens to be South African national.
Please, can we get on one side, please? Get on one side. Please, on one side, please.
We're now seeing the arrival of the the Inspector General of the Liberian National Police. The PSC is going to be the one to.
So the police inspector general just arrived here. IG Kuma.
Already has made his way into the police headquarters already. And so it appears the panel is already set in there to conduct this investigation. We do not know how long Mr. Samuel Jackson is going to make in there. We're going to wait out here and show you the happenings as they all occur. And then eventually when Mr. Jackson is departing, we're hoping to see, we don't know if Mr. Jackson will probably be taken into custody today or if he will be released or allowed to go home. We do not know yet, and that will be probably we will find out more details after the meeting with Mr. Jackson has been held here at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. But so we just saw the arrival of the IG, by the way, on Gregor Como, who has already made his way into the headquarters. So. So so we don't know if it's just Mr. Jackson alone who has been brought to the police headquarters. We do not know if it's just Mr. Jackson alone or if what we've seen so far is Samuel Jackson being brought here at the headquarters of the his domestic staff, in fact, he's on social media. He was supposed to send open his door to check with his wife, or then telling him Mr. Jackson as far as the
investigation of the hospital Samuel Jackson.
Quite a long time here, but as you know, the institutional nature of this particular situation,
pickup. By 11 o'clock this morning, legal representation did not making sure that we break you up every step of the way. Yes, and we have time to prepare. The idea that's what we saw the previous high-profile cases in the country. This one is full time, and we're looking forward to see what happens in the next couple of years from now. But there are indications that the investigation is now ongoing. The Inspector General of the already also up there, and we are just looking forward to seeing what happens in the next couple of minutes from now. At some point, Mr. Jackson decided to, voice his disappointment, voice his concerns, and why that was going on. A lot of people then started to raise concern as to why was he speaking to the media. So many people thought that it wasn't prudent in the first place to have Mr. Jackson speaking to the media. It wasn't prudent to have Mr. Jackson speaking to the media in the midst of this investigation.
So folks, keep following, keep watching this live broadcast here. My name is Mohamed V. Torbian. I'm still here bringing you all of life's happenings.
All other conversations now in China, lawyers. What legal representative said Jackson has listened to Mr. Jackson's right to express himself, but again, the law is involved, and he is optimistic that he's trying to Samuel Jackson, renowned as the American law, how to do things. He said, how respect us. Very much sure that his client, Mr. Samuel Jackson, we're present, and we want to make sure that we do all of the families have very important partnership. We're part of the importance of the International Society. And as we speak, his client is here. There isn't anything such as a case. Mr. Jackson has supposed to figure out where recently joined the Citizen Movement for Change, the CMC supporter, and coming from that very in other instances, you will see the youth league and and in some other cases, escorting their partisans at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. We saw that in the case of the Constable when he was being invited by the police. Answer questions regarding the Captain Building fire situation. We saw schools of support from the CDC, the other political parties, down here, of the Liberian National Police. Since in fact, but the situation here is different. There's It's absolutely no representation of the COC here this morning. Not for Mr. Jackson, not to be back here as the director of Mr. Jackson. What you see here this morning is legal representative of Mr. Lawrence, and we also see a few family members come here this morning with Mr. Jackson. But those who allow Mr. Jackson are his lawyer, or the only person allowed is his lawyer, and just a single family member. So Mr. Jackson will engage in some questions this morning, and the question is, what are those different lines of questioning that will probably going to Mr. Jackson? What are the questions? What are the issues? What exactly is going to be trying to establish here, sensify this? So, first thing is that based on the nature of the investigation, there is a suspicion that the death was caused. So, the fact that Mr. Jackson's wife is called very cautious, and the police have been trying to establish, the circumstances surrounding the death. This investigation will allow, but the first suspicion here is that their process is to file things with respect to the death of Mr. Jackson's wife. And in the aside from the investigation, is careful, aside from the fact that there are suspicions, the public interest in this entire case. There has been different accounts, different reports on social media. Some of those reports here to work indicating Mr. Jackson and the different allegations, and some of those social media reports linking Mr. Jackson to the death of his wife. So with different views, different reports, different analysis of social media, what this investigation seems to establish whether Mr. Jackson was indeed connected to what happened, whether he has his connections to the death of his wife. This investigation is going to establish that, or it's also going to establish as to what he has as connection. So there are two things that will happen here. Mr. Jackson was about to form out a free man for indictment, and then for further investigation. So,
some of Jackson, of course,
this is the situation. Mr. Jackson is being investigated. So the investigation, the investigation, that is why this investigation is very investigation stems from the fact that the Court of Public Opinion has elevated the situation from different angles. There are different thoughts. There are others who believe that there are others who think this investigation is just so important in establishing the past services surrounding this area. It has elevated from being just a situation of bereavement to now a situation that has connected or that has drawn the interest of women in South African embassy here, testified why of Mr. Jackson was a South African citizen. We're informed that during the investigation, when the representatives of the Nigerian National Police and the representatives of Mr. Jackson visited the court, there were representatives of the South African embassy as well visiting that very home where the remains of Mr. Jackson's wife is. So what that means is that even the South African embassy here has established keen interest in the situation, and they want to know as to what happened to the citizens as well. And that is exactly why this investigation is very important, because it is establish as to whether it was a natural death or whether there was a fireplace. According to Mr. Jackson, his wife had some underlying health conditions, which led to seizure on numerous occasions. He stated that there were instances where they were on board flight and there had to be emergency landing because of similar situations. So that's the little angle to this particular story here, because Mr. Jackson is mentioning health records is that his wife has some health situations that may have led to the death of his wife. He says he has health records as well that he's willing to devote to investigation as the process established that this was natural, that there was absolutely no foul play in the process. But what else would establish that aside from such an investigation? And that is why Liberians and Purple Word are eagerly watching to see what happens with this investigation. As to whether Mr. Sergeant Jackson is renounced Liberian economist is going to walk out with 3 men, or so whether he's going to spend a life or so become live. As to whether he's going to be forwarded to court, and the legal proceedings are going to take off from there, and what's going to happen thereafter. As to whether even at the level of the court is going to be vindicated based on the arguments and the pieces of evidence presented by his legal team. These are all issues that is trying to establish. But at the moment, and as most of you are aware, these processes are at the level of and this is exactly where we are. Liberian National Police is being brought in for questioning, investigation, pieces of evidence that the police is going to establish from this point, at this very level of the case, that is going to determine as to whether Mr. Jackson is going to be forward. If the evidence or pieces of evidence are not substantial enough to take on the legal process, the court, police will obviously dismiss this investigation. But at the moment, there are lots of uncertainties around this case. That is why Liberians and other foreign nationals are watching eagerly to see how this investigation is going to be. Thanks for joining us on Nelson Boulevard. We are posted here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And this is going to be one of those powerful 5 cases, and Liberians are going to follow at every step of the way. So thanks for joining us. We remain posted to bring you all of the updates every step of the way, right here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And there are different people. And one of I said that Mr. Jackson should have been given time to own the loss of his wife before the investigating process. Before the investigation, there are others who said that Mr. Jackson should have been given the time to own his wife and not a police investigation at this time. While others point of view that, given the nature of the case and all of the suspicions at the moment, Mr. Jackson should be investigated, and the investigation should start now. This is where we are. Looking forward to seeing what happens. Thanks for joining us live at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. So this is where we are, and yes, we're looking forward to see what happens. Usually Saturdays are not as busy as other days, but this Saturday seems to be a very busy one. Mr. Jackson is now undergoing investigation. Over the years, since Mr. Jackson introduced his wife to the social media, since Mr. Jackson introduced his wife to the social media, a lot of people have admired him over the years because he didn't go back, expressing how much he loved his wife, and he would refer to her most times as the Zulu Queen. Well, the Zulu Queen, the lady who Mr. Jackson has shown to the world as that woman he loved so dearly is no more. Even with that, Mr. Jackson is being investigated. And there are suspicions that Mr. Jackson could be linked to this. But the only thing that can establish that is the investigation, which is going on now. And a lot of people have taken keen interest in this case. Liberians have taken interest in this. South Africans have taken interest in this. Other nationals have taken interest in this. But we're looking forward to see what happens. The pieces of evidence will be provided. So far, we're yet to establish as to whether these have been access to the room where the incident occurred, where the wife of Mr. Jackson was found in the pool of blood. But yesterday, we disclosed that it did not get access to the police because there wasn't a warrant from the Liberian National Police. And we're yet to establish as well as to whether the police has acquired the warrant to search the room to commence the investigation. What we can say, what has been established now is that Mr. Samuel Jackson has, let's say the police has visited the home. They've seen the remains of Mr. Jackson's wife. They've examined the corpse. And that itself has provided some information. That has provided some information that will aid this investigation as this particular process goes on. So again, we want to say thank you for joining us. We're still here. Looking forward to see what happens. Mr. Jackson is still in there. His investigation is going on. Yeah, the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. Yes, so this is where we are. Let's try to continue. Alright, so this is where we are. We're still here. Posted to bring you the updates. And we're looking forward to seeing what happens. It's been pretty close to 20-25 minutes since Mr. Jackson walked in the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. The place is silent. The grounds of the police, or the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, is very quiet. Not the usual atmosphere. Police presence here, well armed, and everyone is looking forward to seeing what happens with this investigation. Mr. Jackson is in there with his lawyer. The lawyer has said that his client is innocent. The lawyer has also said that his client is going to walk out freely. And we're looking forward to seeing what happens. Mr. Jackson over the time has been known as that person who will make the case for the average Liberian citizen. You know, the downtrodden is known as malpractice because we always use the analogy to say what happens to malpractice. How does this decision, how does this initiative impact or improve the lives of the ordinary people? How does it affect Mawata, for example? Mr. Jackson at this point is not making a political analysis. Mr. Jackson at this point is not making economic analysis. He's rather answering questions, circumstances surrounding the death of his wife, the Zulu Queen, that woman that he has adored across social media and shown to the rest of the world as the woman who had his heart. Mr. Jackson is answering to the police.
So folks, wherever you're watching us live from, welcome to this live broadcast. We are still here bringing you live broadcast from the Liberia National Police.
We also saw the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police.
Keep following this live broadcast.
As he made his way here as well, and we're looking forward to see what happens next. Like we stated earlier,
We are still here bringing you live broadcast from
we're yet to establish as well as to whether Mr. Jackson is going to leave here today as well. And today being Saturday, all of these are going to be determined by the pieces of evidence provided during the investigation.
So folks, keep following. My name is Mayan D. Tobin, live on the closing argument, bringing you all of the live happenings here.
Pieces of evidence provided. If the legal representative of Mr. Jackson cannot prove beyond all reasonable doubt that Mr. Jackson has absolutely no connection with the passing of his wife, that will just lead to something else. But if he succeeds in convincing the investigators, if he succeeds in providing pieces of evidence and proving beyond all reasonable doubt that Mr. Jackson has absolutely no connection with the passing of his wife, then we will be making the case for the possible release of Mr. Jackson from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. But his failure to do that will just lead to fine tonight or two as he gets forward. And the question now is, what happened to Mr. Jackson?
So folks, keep following, keep watching. We are coming to you live from Liberia National Police headquarters here in Central Monrovia, where Mr. Jackson, Samuel Jackson, have been brought here at the Liberia National Police headquarters on grounds of questions on this, some allegations, circumstances regarding his work.
Those are concerns that police are having at the moment. But all of these are going to be determined by the ongoing oversight investigation. We want to speak to, so we're going to at some point speak to the nephew of Mr. Jackson, who has been actively involved with this entire process. From yesterday, we did see him going in and out.
So we are still posted, bringing you all of this live.
Every step of the way. He's been going in and out as well. And we want to believe, we see, or it appears that he has access to the room where the investigation is ongoing. So at some point, we'll try to hear from him, see if there are one or two from him. But Mr. Jackson is currently being investigated. And a very key thing to capture here is that the police, speaking with the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police last week in St. Thomas, he did say that even with everything happening now, with the court of public opinion dragging Mr. Samuel Jackson, with the different allegations and defense, everything happening for and against Mr. Samuel Jackson at the moment, he said in the eyes of the law, Mr. Jackson is innocent. And he should be treated as such, innocent until proven guilty in the court of competent jurisdiction. though the LNP is not in court, or is not in court, but this is where all other investigations will start from. And based on the pieces of evidence, based on...
So folks, we are still here bringing you all of this live happening. Keep following, keep watching.
At this stage, that will determine after whether Mr. Jackson gets forwarded to court or not. And if he gets forwarded to court, then considering that this has been, or this is an active homicide investigation, considering that this is an active homicide investigation, if he gets forwarded to court, that would mean that before the police forward him to court, it will be on grounds that the police have gotten all of the evidence to prove that he was involved with the death. And if that becomes the case, then Mr. Jackson will be behind why the legal proceedings are being. And so that is why this very stage of the investigation is so much important. We're looking forward to seeing what happens. So thanks for joining us. We're going to be posted here as we bring you the updates. I'm going to filter through some of very important comments coming through our live feed here. Actually, share the live broadcast. Thomas says, if Mr. Johnson, he says, if Mr. is not guilty, let him go. If Mr. Jackson is proven guilty by investigation, or the investigator or the prosecutor, then let him face justice. That's coming from Thomas. And I see another one here from Tati Polly Carlson. Says, I truly believe how a lot of evidence, especially from the hospital he took her. And that's coming from Tati Chelsea. Let me read another comment here. Let me read another comment here from Zing Dolian. He says, my admiration regarding this story from yesterday is that this agent has been covered and discussed by his own teammate, Mr. Samuel Jackson, has made many open statements and also himself innocent. These are comments filtering through our live stream here this afternoon. It's still morning hours. We have 4 minutes to 12 noon. And I'm going to filter through some of the comments here just before going back to updates. And this one says, knowing that his wife has a medical issue, when the house knocked on the room door, that girl was home. She was sleeping. His first thought was to know what is going on. Maybe she fell off or something, because according to him, she had a seizure. And these are some concerns coming from our live stream here. This one says, let me read this here. That's Eric. He says, is that his car moving again? Why did he leave his car to take his wife to the hospital in the absence of ambulance? And there's another response here that answered that question.
So folks, keep watching. We are still posted here at the Labrador National Police headquarters here, where police officers have been deployed right before the main entrance here, and Mr. Samuel Jackson have been called in for questions and answer. So right after that, we wait to see Mr. Samuel Jackson after the question and answer, we wait to see Mr. Samuel Jackson to come out and briefly explain to us how was it and how the entire process was about this question and answer. So many librarians are now concerned. About this entire matter of Mr. Samuel Jackson and his wife Tony, who had died. So keep following, keep watching this live broadcast. So for the latest information we have gathered so far is that they have put stop to this entire burial issued here. So Mr. Jackson is also in along with his legal representation, the counselor Vix, who is Mr. Jackson's legal representative already in. So we wait to see how this entire situation is going to be. And for those of you who are watching, keep following this live, keep watching. Keep watching this live broadcast here. Bringing this live broadcast. Keep following, keep watching this live broadcast here. Be close and argument right here. Bringing this live broadcast from the grounds of the Liberia National Police headquarters in Central Monrovia here. The time is exactly 12 o'clock this afternoon. We are still posted here bringing you all of the live happenings from the Liberia National Police. Well, Liberians are now concerned about this entire issue, how the Liberia National Police is going to investigate this and how the investigation is going to go, because we have seen the South African ambassador or the representative from the South African embassy into this matter. So later on we saw Mr. Jackson arrived on the scene. Just barely less than 5 minutes, we saw the Inspector General IG Odebi Komo also arrived on the scene. So the entire investigation team are already in, along with Mr. Jackson and his legal representative, as they go through this entire matter. Last night from Mr. Jackson started to post back and forth. He and other government officials were posting, going back and forth on social media. But the question remains, Liberians are now concerned. For those of you who are watching, you can leave your comment in the comment section. Tell us how you see this entire matters, what your view on this entire matters. For those of you who've been following this matter, just let us know how do you view this entire situation in your own view, what you have observed over the past few days, like yesterday, a few hours up now. So you have gone like a day now from yesterday up to today, where Mr. Jackson posted on his social media page about this. But we have been seeing some footage on the social media that other people have been training on the social media, posting about his wife Tony before she could die. There was some video and footage that were posted. So the question remains that there's a footage that were training where she was lying down. Others are now questioning who took the photo. Others who reported this matter to the Liberia National Police. She also being investigated how this entire matter started, who took these photos, and how they were able to send these photos out to the public. They said these photos, she was well before sending this photo, or someone had a phone prior to she departing. So there are too many things to be questioned into this matter. Well, librarians are now questioning this entire investigation to know what's the outcome of it. So keep following, keep watching the closing argument. My name is Mandy Tobin. I'm still here bringing you all of this live broadcast. So let me try to work on recognize some of you guys who are just watching. You see Nemo crowd also watching. We see we Lewu Favor is also watching. Clara is also watching. For those of you who are watching, keep following this live broadcast. So someone says this is a very serious matter that requires Mr. Jackson's explanation. That did say this one. Another person says the fellow librarians folks need to be clear and allow the legal process to go on. So let's see, this next person says, Samuel Jackson, you have some major explanation to do with us as there is posted previous you were beating on the woman and abusing her right. You should be on Facebook that you never touch her. This proves you to be a liar. If you can lie, you can steal, and if you can steal, you can. So that's the person, whatever you're watching us live from, just leave a comment in the comment section, and we are definitely going to recognize you and also read your comments out. So let's see, the next person says, I'm watching for the outcome of the investigation following from People's Republic of Nima County. Next person, Mobile Dennis, says Mr. Jackson is a criminal suspect in my opinion based on body and even his reaction to the matters. Also watching, keep following, keep sharing, leave a comment in the comment section. And we see the next person says the facts will speak for themselves, where Mr. Jackson final word before entering the Liberia National Police. So Mr. Jackson final word was he's going to follow the legal process. He's going along with his legal representative to go through this entire matter, and then after the entire investigation, he will come out to the public. But guys, keep following, keep watching. Mr. Jackson said he's going to come out. So for those of you who are watching, keep following, leave your comment in the comment section. We are definitely going to recognize you guys who are watching this live broadcast. Let me see where I can recognize some of you who are also watching. Just leave a comment in the comment section. We are definitely going to recognize some of you guys who are watching. Keep following, keep watching. Let's see this next person on this live broadcast. So this next person is Michelle. Michelle said, just watching for now. What wait for police hearing? That's Michelle. So Nima Jacob said, I'm watching from China. Frank V. Washington said, I'm closely watching from Mount Barclay community along with the Mova Kakata Highway. I'm also seeing Aska says to your wealth and your time is coming. To your wealth and your time is coming. Aska also says you're doing it, but your time is coming. That's Aska also writing. He says you're the man in your friend problem and still doing it to your wealth. So there are too many comments in the comment section, guys. Whatever you're watching us live from, keep sending your comments, keep watching. Whatever you're watching us live from. I'm seeing the Johnson Ominga Fire says a planned protest is loading that women needs to be protected as the worker force in society. That's the man, Johnson Ominga. He says, I'm watching. And also he sees this other one from Johnson Omega. He He said, with this statement evidence on the deceit, it is 70% certain Mr. Jackson abused this. Mr. Jackson abused this people child. May justice be served. I'm following closely. So whatever you're watching us live from, keep following, keep watching. Leave your comment in the comment section. We are going to recognize you. So let's keep recognizing some of our followers who are watching from the Liberia National Police headquarters here as investigations are ongoing, as question and answers are being made. So let's see where we can recognize some of our followers. This person says, Nelly Roberts says, I like the view across the street. It is naturally nice. This person, Costa, said he killed that girl. He also says, let the man sleep in jail. That's man Costa, right here. And we see another person says, Michelle says the sound is very low. So if it is okay, just let us know. And also see this next person who is also watching say exactly. So whatever you're watching us live from, keep sharing this live broadcast. Pastor Franco D. Camara says today is Saturday. Uncle Sam, he says this one, Pastor Pasco Camara. So whatever you're watching, keep following, keep leaving a comment in the comment section. You see, Nelly's KH Rappers says stop feeling sorry for criminals. You see, Nora Hooks said deadline 00. That's deadline 101. Yeah. Another person says Isaac says Summer Jackson with the rules of engagement. Let's see. Another person says Che Emmanuel Corporal Jr. The sound is low. Oh, okay. So guys, if you're watching, keep following, keep sharing this live. Isis says no more Corbin story. Another person says Isis also said because the police stations show the light on the horse should be writing to Justina said heavily Fufu 2 or Kida. So folks, whatever you're watching us live, and keep watching, keep sharing this live broadcast here. We are definitely going to recognize some of you guys who are watching. So folks, keep watching, keep sharing. This is the closing argument. We are here bringing you all of the live happening.
something, you definitely do something.
The accusation was coming from this way.
But then people are telling you, so I tell you, whole year, we get far out about you. Just that, so cheap. Your 10 years experience, see what you're in that 10 years, and that was some money. They will never see what you're in that 10 years, like they so you have to double it up
Bafam, j'ai dit depuis le combat. Avec comment qu'on y va? Il n'a pas fait aussi.
There was no sign of domestic violence or you, Miss Jackson, abusive partner. And so she would go out in the land because the character of Miss Jackson that you cannot and will not do that. Have any connection with the death of my wife. That's what she said. According to another account. So there are different accounts. And some against while the other accounts kind of give you things. But the only thing that's going to establish the fact here is the investigation. The outcome of the police investigation. The pieces of evidence that the police has gathered and is going to gather has to do with the actual informed decision. That is exactly what's going to be the next or the connection of Mr. Jackson. So why what is this investigation that Mr. Jackson has some of the individuals who have been invited here for questioning are the ones legally incentivized to even with Mr. Jackson's wife. These are the questions that police are asking at this point. And everyone tries to explain the facts, circumstances surrounding his death. But whichever way their suspicions surrounding his death, that is why I hear it. Whenever there is a situation about mysterious death, the only thing that has there is investigation. Impartial, independent investigation. And at this point, that is the process we're witnessing. Similar thing happened in the case of President William Scott, led by his child pursuit, that will follow. And at different points, there were different accounts. There were others who held to believe that President William Scott or family knew about the death of child pursuit. While others held the view that it was an who executed the killing of child pursuit. But as we witness, police investigated the counsel from the justice of the court, from the chief justice of the court, was forwarded to the court. And one of the process was saw that at the end, this was just and even the police have said that Liberians should not jump to conclusion at this point. Though there are different accounts surrounding Mr. Jackson's wife. But the police have said that Liberians should not jump to conclusion. We should rather wait for investigation. Nobody should stand by narrative that is sold by political commentators, analysts, talk show hosts, bloggers, social media influencers. But everyone should rather wait for what the police investigation will cover. But again, based on the contemporary nature of our society, the court of public opinion is very powerful. And even before findings of investigations are released, the court of public opinion analyze and evaluate that set and make all of the critical analysis of different pieces of evidence that we learn every step of the way. And this is exactly what we see here. So School TV, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nelson Fuller. We are live on the headquarters of the Liberian National Museum. And we're going to remain here. It's been 24 hours since Mr. Jackson entered the stairs here. Right at this position first, he was engaged by the media. He said, not only that, he remains he's been advised by his lawyer that all other communications should be charged through his lawyer, the legal representative. His lawyer did say that he's optimistic that his client is innocent and that at this point he is going to be sure that they respect the law, and that's the reason why they made the radio in the first place. And you know that one of the problems is that every state so that is exactly what we're looking forward to, because we see in so many cases the legal representatives of whoever that is will always put up defense, they will try to provide every single reason being serious enough. They will try to prove beyond all doubts that the clients are innocent. And that exactly is the position of every lawyer. And so that is why even us in the media, we not take, in fact, we take with a grain of salt the accounts provided by legal representatives, by lawyers. We're not saying that they don't say the truth, but most times the lawyers are bent on protecting their clients. So that's the situation here. So we take it with a grain of salt, and we're looking for what happens here as the investigation concludes. TV, thanks for joining us. The headquarters of the Liberian National Police. The atmosphere is kind. Police presence here. Nothing too serious. It appears to be just another day here at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. One thing that has stood out here this afternoon is that there isn't political party representatives here. As most of you are aware, Mr. Samuel Jackson hails from the Citizen Movement for Change. And in other cases, you will see the battle crowd, the youth league, maybe standing across the street or standing somewhere here, chanting slogans and having different interviews. In some cases, calling the police the Bugadiers and Tabula Rasa, but that is not the case at the moment. The atmosphere is kind. And the question a lot of people are asking is, where is that institution that Mr. Samuel Jackson hails from? Where is the CMC? Why is the CMC not present here? Does the CMC have a representative here escorting Mr. Samuel Jackson? Or has he been elected by his own CMC in such a terrible situation? Well, these are the rule is asked, but the 2 days, the investigation is going very hot, and we are trying to establish what's going on in there. Subsequently, we will provide the updates here
Shut you up! Yeah, I don't want to.
And we remain posted. We remain posted and give you all of the updates here as we your engagements here. If you have some questions or whatever you are asking in our live view, let's try to see if we get some of that here. And let's see if we can get some of that here. Okay, so let me go through some of the comments here. Okay, so Ben said, why should the CMC be present there? It's an ongoing investigation, and any smart political party don't into that situation, not knowing the outcome of the case. Well, this is the point here from Ben so that's got the name right. Ben Z. Kapore. Right? Ben Z. Kapore is saying the CMC should not even be present here in the first place because there's an active investigation. The CMC doesn't know or is yet to establish the outcome of this investigation. And so because of that, there shouldn't be the presence of the is a property in either person. Do you agree with me or not? But I made mention of that in reference to what the citizen council what the situation has been here at the headquarters of the Nigerian National Police, permanent members of the party. What happened in time past compared to what we see now? That was more like
on n'a pas aimé les armes. Very nice people. I mean, yeah. People are me all the men I live with are me so I be asking no me no they provoking somebody and today I wasn't in
Feedback. Of course, this investigation continues. We want to make sure and bring you all of the updates. Very shortly, we'll start to get some of the updates. We're getting some very sensitive updates. And we're going to make sure some of the updates. One very important information is that the court, the driver, they were brought in yesterday by the headquarters of the Nigerian National Police for questioning. And they've been at the headquarters of the LNP being interrogated, being asked some questions. The police is trying to establish. As the police is trying to establish the outcome so what we get is that other than they basically investigate what this is. What happened in the president? What is very important for these kinds of investigations is the persons of interest get very they have investigation. It's also good for witnesses on this person's interest as well. So that's exactly what the court and information they're providing to the Nigerian National Police will be used to aid with this investigation. So we're still here, and this is where we are. We want to see what's going to happen. Mr. Jackson walked in there at about 9, let's say 11, 9. Then the time right now is 12:06. And for let's say about an hour, all of the investigation is being investigated by the Nigerian National Police. It's answering questions, and this is where we are. Now we know what happens. After trying to take a break from my field, Liberian National Police confirmed that Mr. Samuel Jackson has arrived at the airport from the Liberian.
Sit down.
Aaron Alu. Hands up.
Yes.
ILBS.
LBS good.
This statement was signed by the DC
So you have to be talking about.
just reading the statement is more of a confirmation of what we've been talking about. Jackson president coming here at the airport.
Yeah, she's smart. Surrounding the death of the wife, he provided his solace. Who was it? Well, how many got all the kind of a photo issue? You know, who took it for home?
a selfie so I can assume I was selfie.
I thought Papa Go was lying down a selfie. But the thing is, I guess that body there.
Just get it.
Kila chana.
Just that pose with just that pose. I mean, forever, me after anything.
Sister there.
So guys that died here.
Don't leave it around here. Anybody leave it around arrested. Anybody leave it around arrested.
I won't be saying I'll come.
This is trial skin. Just put it in. Put it in your pocket.
Now, if you make yourself available for the police, corroborated evidence in the past, all the police need to do at this stage is establish probable cause. And probable cause is to establish what timeline, real jury police establish every person of interest established, alibi. The police will also be looking at forensic evidence. What forensics do they have? The police will be looking at eyewitnesses' testimony from the evidence. Now, they get to the scene of the alleged crime. This evidence they gather. This is what we're doing as containing the So what you know, coming away.
So folks, keep following, keep watching this live broadcast. We are still here bringing you update from the Labrador National Police. Yeah, police question Mr. Samuel Jackson.